get him down as he's inside the 40. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Will Dissly, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change?
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
Wilson's pass complete to Rashad Penny. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shit.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, here's Penny, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 77 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? The burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Bell. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Yellow. There's a line. 54 Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a first down.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Flying! Flying!
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Waiting. 53 is the mark. Right here, right here.
On 1st down, Carson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Bashaud Breeland, the one that got him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Seahawks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Wilson operating from the gun. This is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now, as his guys have now moved out in front. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Yellow.
Under 10.
Let's go.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's McCoy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. McCoy. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Out of the pistol, it's McCoy. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. This is Carson. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Mike 56. Go. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson flushed out right. He can run for touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and his first